When you hear the word king of a urban lifestyle, what normally pops in your mind? Somebody influential? Maybe some celebrities or some like rich person? Wrong. When I picture the king of a urban lifestyle, the thing that pops in my mind is the raccoon. It might sound weird, but it is what it is. Nobody managed to adapt to urban lifestyle as good as the raccoons. As we know, originally raccoons lived in deciduous forests near large bodies of water. However, because of us, human beings, and the way we chose to extend and construct buildings and cut off the forest, they had to adapt. They had to live next to us and try to coexist with us. As I was conducting my research about raccoons and what changed their lifestyles over the years, I found out an amazing book written by a professor of zoology. He teaches zoology at Webster University in Utah, and he wrote this book called Raccoon: History and Natural History. So in his book, he manages to describe perfectly how raccoons adapted to the urban lifestyle and managed to learn how to exploit the resources provided by humans. Therefore, when talking about the population of North American raccoons, we have to keep in mind that all the conditions that influence their habitat and also explore the way they manage to coexist with humans without forgetting at the same time about the impact and what they mean in our lives. To begin, I want to start talking about the habitat of raccoons in North America. Well, naturally, they're like native to North America. However, due to like being their population expanded in South America, and however was also introduced in Germany or Japan when it started growing up. But the main population is still in North American territory. And their original diet consisted of seeds, berries, small animals, it was frogs, crustaceans. However, the way we managed to create infrastructures and build more and more stuff, we took that away from them. We took away their natural habitat. We took away the resources they used to survive. Right now, as um, as the author Samuel Zaloff, the author of the Raccoons and Natural History, mentions, the populations of raccoons that most of the raccoons populate the urban and suburban territories, and they live very near in close proximity to the people. And their diet, of course, changed as well. Before it was all natural stuff that they found in their surroundings, in the forest, near the lakes, fish, crustaceans, frogs. Now they eat pretty much anything. They can eat like all food leftovers, Chinese takeout, pizza, whatever. They manage to adapt perfectly to the lifestyle. Now that I talked about the um, Now that I talked about what changed the natural habitat of the North American raccoons, I want to move on into talking about us humans coexisting with them. So we taking away their natural habitat, force them to live closer to us, and they learned that we took stuff away from them, so they started taking away stuff from us. It is well known of raccoons damaging buildings, houses, and many structures made by human beings. And keeping that in mind, people start paying more attention how to coexist with them. One of the things would be constructing trash cans and dumpsters that like raccoon proof. However, the raccoons keep getting smarter and smarter and learning to open them and get to the goodies. And also another thing that influences their their way of coexisting with us is the fact that they're actually armed with proper tools that allows them to reach to the exploit human resources faster. They have very nice paws. They're able to grab everything. They're not as developed as primates, but they can manage to climb very fast trees. They can manage to open things with their paws. And also another thing that they are very good at is opening and breaking stuff with their super sharp teeth. Um, that helps them gain access to different storages, to products, and also damage buildings. It was actually known as a research conducted by Aaron Barding and Thomas Nelson. They did that research for the American Midland Naturals Journal that was conducted in April 2008. They researched an area around northern Illinois, and they used a population of about 500 raccoons. And they noticed that they're getting smarter, and they actually started damaging the constructions, the actual materials, like digging holes in the walls and constructing their nests over there, or I don't know, getting into garages, destroying people's property. And I think this is an important factor when considering that. Now that I spoke about the conditions that made made us want to learn more about coexisting with raccoons, let's talk about the fact that raccoons are not only cute and fluffy and furry, they're also very dangerous. If you think that you see a baby raccoon in a dumpster, try to avoid them as possible. Um, um, Center for Disease Prevention conducted a study and posted it in last year in April, which said that in the last decade, only there was only one case of rabies recorded that was like transmitted from humans to raccoons. I mean, from raccoons to humans. However, they are 90% of they represent the 90% of the carriers of the rabies in our urban surroundings. And we need to be very careful. Naturally, raccoons weren't like that. They weren't carriers of diseases, but since they started living closer to cities and suburban areas, they started having more access to the trash and garbage cans near hospitals or other dangerous places, hazardous garbage and different stuff. And that made them become carriers of a lot of infection and bacteria. This is why we need to be more careful when trying to pet a raccoon, which is probably not a good idea. And now, having talked about the impact of raccoons and the diseases they carry, let's conclude. I hope that my speech taught you and you guys learn from it the influence the factors that influence the habitat of raccoons, the way they try to coexist with us and we try to coexist with them, as well as the importance of being able to avoid them when needed. And I hope that you enjoyed everything. And let's be honest, why raccoons shouldn't take stuff away from us when we took a lot of stuff away from them. Thank you.